Today, we are making a ricotta sausage pasta al forno. This is a great dish to feed a lot of people, and today, it's not going in my stomach, but it's actually going to our local hospital to feed all of the doctors and nurses and healthcare workers that are helping us battle this pandemic. Let's get cooking. First thing we have to get started is on our tomato sauce. So I'm gonna turn the heat on about medium heat and add a little bit of olive oil. After about 1 to 2 minutes, when it gets nice and hot, I'm gonna add in some garlic and onion and let those sweat out before we add in our canned tomatoes. You can use store-bought tomato sauce. It'll work just the same, but you're not gonna get that same homemade flavor. It'll work anyway. Completely optional. I like to add a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes for a little bit of heat right at the beginning with my sofrito. Now we're going to add our canned tomatoes to the sauce. So I'm using San Marzano tomato sauce. I think that it is personally the best sauce out there. And for this recipe, I'm using crushed tomatoes. The controversial decision, do you add sugar to your sauce or do you not? I like a little bit of sugar. I think that the sugar balances out the acidity of the tomatoes. I'm adding in about 3 teaspoons of sugar. Lastly, I'm gonna add some fresh leaves of basil. Then we're gonna cover this up and let it reduce about 1/4 of the way. We're gonna get everything else we need ready in the meantime. Our sauce is simmering in the back, so now we're gonna get started on our ricotta mixture that's gonna be combined with the sauce later. The first thing we have to add is some whole milk ricotta cheese. To that, I'm adding some grated Parmigiano cheese. We're gonna add some whole milk, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Yes, this is a ginormous pepper shaker, and a little bit of garlic powder. Freshly chopped parsley. We're gonna combine this together and we're gonna start making the sausage. Now we're gonna brown some of the sausage. I took a knife and I cut them down the center, and that just makes it a lot easier to remove all of the casing. I'm adding a drizzle of olive oil. We're gonna fully cook the sausage, and while we do that, we're gonna keep breaking it up so that it comes into little crumbly pieces. So I'm also using hot Italian sausage here. You can totally replace it with sweet Italian sausage. I don't like to break it up too much. I like to leave some pieces a little bit more chunkier. This way, while you're eating the pasta, you get a nice big piece of sausage. We're gonna add it into the tomato sauce that's been reducing down. I can tell the sauce is almost done when you start seeing the pockets of oil fill the top of the sauce. We're gonna keep that oil too, that has all the flavor. Now that our sauce is ready, the ricotta mixture is ready, we're going to boil some water. I'm using rigatoni today, and especially the ones with the ridges on the side. I find that they really hold the sauce well, both on the sides and even the hole in the center. You're gonna wanna cook the pasta about 2 minutes less than the regular cooking time because it's gonna keep on cooking as we finish it off in the oven. When the pasta's overly al dente, that means it's ready to go. So I'm gonna turn the heat off and I'm gonna strain it now. Now it's time to assemble everything. The first thing we're gonna do is move our ricotta mixture right into the sauce. Ginger loves cheese. This smells incredible. Now we're going to ladle some of the sauce evenly amongst our pasta pans. You want to make sure that you're adding an ample amount of sauce over the pasta because it will dry out a little bit in the oven, so the extra sauce ensures that it stays nice and moist. The last thing we do before putting it in the oven is putting some mozzarella pearls and some regular shredded mozzarella. This first tray is done, and we're gonna do the same thing for the other tray and then get them in the oven. The oven's at 350 degrees. We're gonna add both trays in the middle rack and wait until the cheese is melted. Once it's melted, we'll move them up higher, put the broiler on, and let them get that nice crispy finish. I just moved the pasta up to the top rack so that it's broiling, and you wanna keep a close eye because within 2 seconds, it could go from perfect to burnt. These look just delicious, but we're not done just yet. The last finishing touches, a little bit of more chopped parsley, and a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. That's it for this week. The pastas are ready to go, and I'm gonna go bring these to the hospital right now. And don't forget to make it yourself and bring it to a hospital near you. That's it for this week. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.